Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston, and today I'm back for episode number 16 of my Cincinnati Reds franchise series here on MLB The Show 16. So today we are moving on to the National League Championship Series, where we're going to be matched up against the Washington Nationals, taking a quick look at how our rotation is going to line up, as well as the roster for Washington, and of course they are spearheaded by the usual suspects: Bryce Harper, Steven Strasburg, among others, Anthony Rendon as well, and Max Scherzer to lead their really strong pitching staff that has, continue to be strong even into year 2 of this franchise series. So we end up winning the first 2 games in Washington. They respond by winning the next 2, but we finally are going to get a home win here as Raisel Iglesias gets the win in game number 5. So we end up having a 3-2 series lead as we head into game number 6, the first elimination game in this series, and it's going to take place in Nationals Park. And we've already highlighted how the road teams have had success so far in this series for the most part up until game 5. They had a perfect record. It's going to be Max Scherzer versus Taijuan Walker, a rematch of the Game 2 pitching matchup here in tonight's affair. Taking a look at Cincinnati's lineup as we enter the ball game here. Getting things started, it's Mario Villarreal leading things off ahead in the count 3-1. He's going to rip one the other way into the gap in left center field. That gets down and rolls all the way to the warning track. Villarreal sprinting around second. He will hold up there, though, and it will be a leadoff double to start things off in tonight's game. Now later in the inning, 2 down in first and third. Shaw slowly dribbles one in front of the mound. Scherzer off the mound makes the play in time, and he is out of the jam. So moving on to the bottom half, and you can take a quick look at Washington's lineup. Again, the usual suspects, really no big roster changes to this team, from year 1 to year 2, so pretty similar roster to the one they have in real life. Rendon goes down on strikes. Harper as well there, 97 miles an hour, right over the middle of the plate, but it's still got by Harper. Taking a look at the postseason bracket, you see Toronto up 3-2 on Houston in the AL, and then it's Walker picking up another strikeout on the splitter. That was Eduardo Escobar going down, and then again it's Jason Worth going down on the splitter there. So Walker strikes out a pair, and it works around the runner on first. Now it's a runner on second with 2 down for Will Myers, but he goes down as Max Scherzer starting to get things going, as he also was pitching pretty well. This was a pitcher's duel to start. As you can see, or you already saw, Walker getting off to a strong start, and now Scherzer really picking things up as we get through the middle innings here. He's already striking out the last 2 batters, make it 3 in a row as Mesoraco goes down on that hard slider away from the plate. Now 2 down in the inning for Kevin Hill. He's got 2 strikes on him, and he goes down. This time the fastball, only 92, but still fast enough to blow by Hill as Scherzer strikes out the side. Now bottom 4, how will Walker respond? He gets Wilson Ramos to go down swinging on the cut fastball up and away. Now Walker up with a man on in the 5th inning. It is no outs, and Walker bunting this one down the first baseline. Scherzer picks up the ball and doesn't have a play. Not really sure why he didn't go to first base there. The first baseman, Morales maybe bailing on the bag a little bit early there. But then you can see the next batter is going to ground one to Morales, who makes the poor throw to third base. Everyone is going to be safe. Not sure why he didn't try to turn 2 there, but the throw to third was offline. And so Kendrys Morales, usually known as a DH these days, playing in first base. That is seeming to hurt Washington now so far in this game. And Solarte follows with a 2 RBI double. That's going to make it a 2-0 lead now after Joey Votto walked. It's Travis Shaw up. He goes down on the high fastball. So Scherzer with another strikeout. Now 2 men down in the inning. And it's Devin Mesoraco behind in the count 1-2. He goes down looking fastball. Just caught the outside corner there. I shouldn't say corner, but outside part of the plate. 94, Scherzer ramping that one up a bit to get the strikeout. Now similar situation in the next inning here as Walker, instead of bunting, is going to work the walk. So he's on for the 2nd time tonight. Scherzer with 5 walks already through just 5 1/3. He has really struggled with his command all night long. Now the next batter is Villarreal. He walks on 5 pitches, and Scherzer walks the 6th and final man of the night as he is going to be pulled from this ball game. And it is going to be the recently traded Felipe Rivero coming in for Washington here in the 6th inning. So we get to Scherzer. I was a little bit concerned about facing him coming into this game, but like I said, he just really didn't have the command all night long. Did have his good stuff, but couldn't locate. And then there, Rivero walks a man with the bases loaded, so that's going to force in another run. Votto goes down swinging on the slider. Now 2 down for Will Myers. Full count, runners off, but Myers gets jammed here. Pops this one up first base side in foul territory, and Morales is there to squeeze it for the 3rd and final out. So we get through 6 innings here. Taking a look at the 6th inning recap, Walker 6 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts to 2 walks, but only 2 hits allowed. He has really been the player of the game so far for Cincinnati, but he walks Wilson Ramos to start things off here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. That puts the leadoff man on here for Washington. You can see the line on Walker so far. Now it's Worth up next. He's going to ground one, stabbed by Votto. Throw to first is offline, and no one is going to be out here. Everyone is safe. And I mistakenly said this was next batter. This is actually 2 batters later. because there is one out in the inning. Now it's Zimmerman up 3-1 count. He's going to ground this one right to Suarez. He flips to second for one on to first in time, and a tailor-made 6-4-3 double play, a much-needed double play there for Walker. So his night would be done 7 innings strong. No run score for Washington. And Jumbo Diaz takes over here in the bottom half of the 8th, working with a 3-1 lead. It's Ben Revere ripping this one to right center field. Villarreal cannot get there, and it's going to one up at the wall. And a tough play for Villarreal. He can't get to it. Fires it in quickly. Revere easily into third base. Could have even thought about going home there, but instead he's going to stay at third with no one out. This one is flied to left. It is going to be Rajai Davis, who entered the game as a pinch hitter earlier in the evening, who will make the play. His throw, though, is going to be not in time to get the speedy Revere, so he scores easily. It's a 3-1 ball game. Now 2 batters later, Morales up with a man on, and he's going to go down swinging on the fastball there. So 2 men down for Daniel Murphy. The 3-2 count. This pitch hits a deep right field, and this ball game is going to be tied. A 2-run home run for Daniel Murphy, who was a postseason hero in New York and now is becoming a postseason hero in Washington with his game-tying 2-run home run here in an elimination game. We skip ahead to the top half of the ninth now. Myers grounding into the 6-4-3 double play. That's going to end off the top half of the ninth, so we head to the bottom half. It is a tied ball game here, and it's going to be Charlie Furbush coming into the game, having allowed no earned runs so far here in 5 postseason appearances. It's Eduardo Escobar leading things off. He goes down on the 2-seam fastball. Now with 1 man down, Jason Worth up next, and he's going to go down swinging. That was a slider in the dirt. Pitch gets away from Mesoraco briefly, but the throw onto first is in time. Now later in the bottom half of the 10th, it is Anthony Rendon going up, and he actually goes down, I should say, on the curveball. And then with a man on second and 2 men down, Murphy at the dish. Already 1 home run tonight, but this time he goes down swinging on the slider. So Furbush, 4 strikeouts and 2 innings of work. He was dominant in relief. Now top half of the 11th, it is Eugenio Suarez leading things off, and he is going to work the walk there off of the new Washington pitcher Petit. Now with Suarez on first, 2 batters later, he's going for second, and the throw is high. He is in there safely. So that puts a man in scoring position for Villarreal with 2 strikes on him, and he takes that breaking ball back up the middle for a base hit into center field. It goes. Suarez around third. He's headed home. The throw is not in time, and it's a go-ahead RBI single here in the top half of the 11th for Mario Villarreal. Now 2 batters later, it's Votto got into the 6-4-3 double play. That will send us to the bottom half, but the Reds do get a run, so we're going to bring on Brad Ziegler for the save situation here, as he will look to send the Reds to the World Series. And he's got Jason Worth up with 2 down in the inning, grounds this one in front of the plate. Mesoraco throws the mask off. His throw to first is in time, and the Cincinnati Reds are going on to the World Series. For the first time since 1990, the Reds are National League champions, and they have won the pennant. They are moving on to the World Series. They defeat the Nationals in 6 games, 4-2, and they win this game number 6 here by a final score of 4-3. It did take extra innings thanks to a pretty shaky performance from Jumbo Diaz, but the rest of our bullpen performed well, especially Charlie Furbush, and we pulled that one out, and that's what it takes in the postseason. Sometimes you just got to pull out games like that, and that can often be the difference between a successful postseason run and a not so successful one. So anyway, that is going to do it. Hope you guys did enjoy this episode, and hope you guys are excited for the World Series. Thanks for watching. Just out. Peace.